Dad called me at 3 a.m. Your building is burning. Hope you got insurance. I burst out laughing. Hello everyone, my name is Oliver. I am 28 years old, and I'm going to tell you a story about a woman who outsmarted her own father. The call came at 3:07 a.m. A cold morning in Dallas, Texas. My father's voice hissed through the phone. Your apartment. Building is on fire. Hope you've got insurance. I laughed quietly. He froze on the line. Why are you laughing? At a tragedy, he asked, almost offended. Because, Dad. I whispered. That building wasn't just my home fathers are supposed to protect. But mine learned how to destroy. He wasn't always like that, or maybe he was, and I was too blind to see it. When I was a little girl, he taught me how to ride a bike, he clapped. When I balanced and swore I'd be stronger than him, someday I believed him, I thought. He was my anchor. But anchors rust and some drag you straight to the bottom. When my mother left, he snapped booze, gambling, bad debts. I became his collateral. By 17, I was the one paying bills, working nights while he fed his addictions. He said he'd pay me back. He never did. The first time he stole from me, I forgave him. The second time, I pretended not to notice. The third time, I understood my father wasn't a man anymore. He was a parasite, and parasites don't stop until you burn them off. The fire didn't surprise me. I'd seen the signs. His sudden concern about my renter's insurance. The way he asked about my lease documents. The night I caught him pacing in the parking lot pretending he was just in the neighborhood. And then an overheard phone call, his voice low, urgent. Yeah, the place is insured, just make it look like an accident. That's when I knew he was willing to literally torch my life for a payout, but I didn't panic. I didn't confront him. I planned. Step 1, I moved quietly. Weeks before the fire, I packed my things. I signed a new lease under a different name, across town. My old apartment, I left it staged. A few cheap clothes in the closet, a second-hand couch, just enough to make it look lived in. Step 2, I called the insurance company and told them about the suspicious questions my father had been asking. They opened a file in their fraud division. They were very interested. Step 3, I met with a lawyer and drew up paperwork, transferring ownership of certain assets, ones my father thought I still held into protected accounts just in case he got greedy in other ways. Step 4, I waited. The night of the fire. I was already awake, sitting by the window of my new place watching smoke rise miles away. When he called, he expected shock, panic, maybe tears. What he heard instead was laughter. Why are you laughing at a tragedy? He asked. Because, Dad. I said slowly, savoring the words. That building wasn't just my home, it was bait. There was a long silence, then his breath quickened. What are you talking about? I leaned back, calm as ice. I moved weeks ago. The only thing you torched tonight was evidence. And insurance fraud investigators love evidence. He cursed, shouted, and called me a liar, but the tremor in his voice betrayed him. He already knew I was too. Steps ahead, I let him rant, then I cut him off with a whisper. They recorded your call, Dad, the one where you hired someone to light the match. By morning, you'll be a suspect, not a beneficiary. The next day it began, investigators, detectives, insurance reps with clipboards. My father's name on every report. He tried to play dumb, but the trail was too neat. His phone records, his debts, witnesses who'd seen him lurking around the building. The burner account he'd used to pay the arsonist. Piece by piece it collapsed, and I didn't have to lift a finger. The fire consumed him without touching me. Weeks later, I saw him again in a courtroom in an orange jumpsuit, his hands cuffed. He looked at me, across the aisle, searching for pity, maybe forgiveness. All I gave him was the same silence he gave me when I was 17, and begging him not to pawn my future. The judge read the sentence: arson, insurance fraud, conspiracy, years behind bars. My father flinched with every word. I sat still, steady, breathing in his downfall. When they led him away, his eyes met mine one last time. I smiled. Not cruel, just final. People ask if I miss him, if I regret it. The truth, I mourned my father years ago. The day he chose greed over blood. What stood in that courtroom wasn't my father. It was a man who burned everything. He touched the fire he said was supposed to ruin me. Instead, it revealed him. Now I live in my new apartment, small, quiet, paid for with my own money. No shadows on the walls, no footsteps I can't trust. Sometimes, late at night, I replay that call. In my head, his voice smug and certain, my laughter cutting through it. That was the moment I knew the power had shifted. The parasite was gone, the anchor had sunk. If you enjoyed this story and you want to hear more shocking, mysterious, and unforgettable Reddit stories, then make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Don't forget to turn on the bell icon so you'll be the first to know. whenever a new story drops here on Home Exposed. Your support means the world to us, and it's what keeps us going, bringing you more real and powerful stories every single week. So stick around, because the next story might just be even more unbelievable than this one. Until then, take care of yourself, stay curious, and welcome to the Home Exposed family.